confused masses. The shepherds stood together until all came out. Then they separated, each shepherd taking a different path, and uttering as he advanced a shrill peculiar call. The sheep heard them. At first the masses swayed and moved, as if shaken by some internal convulsion. Then points struck out in the direction taken by the shepherds. These became longer and longer until the confused masses were resolved into long, living streams, flowing after their leaders. 1868, p. 45. In the evening the shepherd brought the animals back to the sheepfold, where he stationed himself at the door and counted the sheep as they passed beneath his crook or his hands. Law 27. 32. J 33. 13. See sheepfold. A rigorous life. The shepherd's life was not an easy one. He was exposed to both heat and cold, as well as to sleepless nights. GE 31. 40. Lu 2. 8. With personal danger to himself, he protected the flock from predators, such as lions, wolves, and bears, as well as from thieves. GE 31. 39. 1 to 17. 34-36. ISA 31. 4. and 3. 12. Joe 10. 10-12. The shepherd had to keep the flock from scattering 1 car 22. 17. Look for lost sheep. Lu 15. 4. Carry feeble or weary lambs in his bosom. ISA 40. 11. And care for the sick and injured. Bandaging broken limbs and rubbing injuries with olive oil. PS 23. 5. S 34. 3, 4. Zek 11. 16. He had to exercise care when shepherding ewes giving suck. GE 33. 13. Daily, generally around noon, the shepherd watered the flock. GE 29. 3, 7, 8. If the animals were watered at wells, gutters in the ground or troughs had to be filled with water. X2. 16-19. Compare GE 24. 20. At the wells there sometimes were unpleasant encounters with other shepherds. GE 26. 20, 21. The shepherd was entitled to a share of the flock's produce 1 co 9. 7, and often his wages were paid in animals. GE 30. 28, 31-33. 31. 41, although sometimes also in money. Zek 11. 7, 12. He might have to make compensation for losses. GE 31. 39, but under the law covenant no compensation was required for an animal torn by a wild beast. X 22. 13. What has been said concerning the shepherd can generally be applied to the herdsman. However, the occupation of herdsman was not restricted to tending sheep and goats. There were also herders of cattle, asses, camels, and swine. GE 12. 16. 13. 7, 8. Mount 8. 32, 33. Figurative and illustrative. Jehovah is a shepherd who lovingly cares for his sheep, that is, his people. PS 23. 1-6. 80. 1. J 31. 10. S 34. 11-16. 1 PE 2. 25. His Son Jesus Christ is the Great Shepherd. Hub 13. 20. And the Chief Shepherd, under whose direction the overseers in Christian congregations shepherd the flock of God, willingly, unselfishly, and eagerly. 1 PE 5. 2-4. Jesus referred to himself as the Fine Shepherd, one who really has compassion for the sheep, and demonstrated this by surrendering his soul in their behalf. Joe 10. 11. See Mount 9. 36. But as foretold, the striking of the Fine Shepherd caused the flock to scatter. Zech 13. 7. Mount 26. 31. In the Bible, the term shepherds at times denotes the rulers and leaders of the Israelites, both faithful and unfaithful. Isa 63. 11. J 23. 1-4. 50. 6. S34. 2-10. Compare New 27. 16-18. PS 78. 70-72. Similarly, the term shepherds applies to leaders of other nations. J 25. 34-36. 49. 19. Na 3. 18. Compare Isra 44. 28. At Jeremiah 6. 3, the shepherds seem to represent the commanders of invading armies. The presence of shepherds with their flocks figures in a picture of restoration J 33. O textoi acute miritra longo, Shieresh 926 journey to Jerusalem in 468 BCE is right. 17. 18 He is probably the same person as the chief of the priests mentioned in Ezra 8. 24, one of those entrusted with transporting to Jerusalem the